Thanks for joining me. Love Them Knives channel. Hey, today we're going to talk about the Ferrum Forge Buc. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me today. The Ferrum Forge Buc. Yeah, this is Ferrum Forge design made by We Knives, I believe, and of course offered by Massdrop. So this is a Massdrop, Ferrum Forge, the Buc, B-U-C. Titanium frame lock flipper knife. They came in several different types of combinations, regular, just titanium colored. This one here is bronze. And the backspacer and the pocket clip, which are also titanium, they are blue. So there you go. And it's got bearings on the pivot. I don't know if they're ceramic. I would imagine they might be, being made by We Knives, etc. But I did not take this one apart. I thought I did, and then I realized I didn't do that. It was some other knives I took apart, took pictures of. Oh well. It's very simple. Obviously here with this milled pocket clip, you have two screws holding it in place, and you can flip it around and go left-handed. So you can go right or left-hand carry. And of course this milled backspacer here, it's got some traction there, and of course an opening here for a lanyard. There's your lockup, and you can see that it's got a lock bar hardened steel insert here. About a 40% lockup. Over travel stop, you can see that through here, through the crack. And then also, check inside since we didn't take it apart. And no additional weight relieving was done on the inside here. Very simple, not a lot of patterns, lines, complexity in the milling here. This, like the Ferrum Forge Crux that was done by Massdrop, and oh well, the Falcon originally when it came out was a little bit like that, not terribly complex in the way it was done, machined. So not a lot of work having to be done there, but then these are very affordable. This one was $114, I believe. Now, of course, I got the paperwork, of course, but they're not showing the price now. Of course, it's inactive. These are been finally delivered. I love it. Sign up and forget about it, because it'll go and be months until it shows up. And that's just the way it is. That's the way these things roll. In any case, you could pause and read here. Pocket size cleaver, yes it is. And then pause and read, 1,500 units. Different types of options here you can get with the blue pocket clip, backspacer, regular titanium or bronze. The overall length, 7.8 inches. So it's not a real big knife. And we've done enough pausing and reading. Actually, the stats are on this page. So if you care to take a gander at these, modified sheep's foot, saber grind, ceramic detent, ceramic, okay, cage, pivot bearings. It didn't say, it says ceramic detent. Doesn't say that there. And then here's your blade length. So you get a 3.5-inch blade. And in the box you get, well, let's find out. You get a zipper pouch. These days, Riot is doing, I could tell when that Massdrop Prism knife came out, Prism, P-R-I-S-M, came out, had a real fuzzy zipper pouch, and I'm going, that's what Riot's doing this year. So I knew that was made by Riot just by looking at the pouch. In any case, this is very much the We knife typical pouch, and you know, plastic in here where the knife goes in. You get the microfiber cloth, the box. Box is not anything outstanding, pretty flimsy actually. And the zipper pouch, which is really nice. And you know, for no more than they charge for the thing, it's not that bad. And it finger flicks nicely. It's fairly light. It's not real big. So it's easy to handle. The ergos are great. And you can go forward on this. So if you got big hands, you still got room back here. See what I'm saying? Reverse grip, that's nice. I mean, this thing is not real tall here, so it doesn't necessarily fill your hand like, you know, the Para 2 would. I mean, this is a much bigger, actually more comfortable because of the height of the scales here. Of course, the ultimate, you know, comfortable EDC, what? The Para 2, it's just hard to beat that. But in its own way, this one is relatively comfortable, easy to handle, lightweight, easy to flick open. Yeah, there's the flipper tab, which has jimping on the front. There's your blade stop pin. Yeah, I like this nice big choil here, and they did this for the crux as well when they made that. And yeah, I like that. Now, let's see if the blade will cut anything. It's always nice. Okay. So it's S35 VN steel, which is great steel. It's a nice satin grind. Like I said, there's your lockup. About 40% at least. Yeah, real easy to handle. The detent on here is not overly strong, but I'd say it's just right. Just what I like. It's about a 5.5. Now, because the blade's so light, the whole knife is pretty light. Trying to throw this out, and especially if you put your thumb here, you're going to push that lock bar down to where this blade will never come out. So, you know, to actually throw this out, oh, I can. So it's between a 5 and a 5.5, actually. But the thing is, even a lazy flip will get it to snap right out because it's a fairly light blade. And with the bearings, it makes it pretty easy to open. I'm not sure if I can fail this. Let me see if I can. Almost failed it. So when it's that difficult to fail, there you go. Okay, so I can fail it. Yeah. But I like it. I like the action. I like the detent on here. It's really good. Yeah, that'll work. Keep going. Yeah, that's good. Okay, hold on. Compare this to the Para 2. Paramilitary 2, there you go, fancy, and it's not as big. But it's not a whole lot smaller, actually. 3.5-inch blade, both knives have a 3.5-inch blade. So the difference is in the handle. Let's take a look. Get a tape on it. Like I said, 3.5-inch blade, 90 millimeters overall, 7 5/8, about 19.5 centimeters overall, and 3 point. Well, let's make sure we get it on the heaviest part of the blade stock, about 4 millimeters. That's amazing, isn't it? I don't know that you need a 4 millimeter blade to start with, but in any case, blade stock wise, 0.154, and let's get the, 0.47, 12 millimeters. It's fairly slender, about the same, just a little bit wider than the PM2, than the Paramilitary 2. Other than that, no, it's about the same. Good looking knife. I like the design. I'm kind of a cleaver kind of guy. I like a different thing here. I mean, it's not as practical in that regard to use as an, an all-purpose type blade, but I've got knives that are all-purpose. It's fun to have a change up and to have something different. And yeah, I like it. You know what? And you need, if you do not have a Massdrop account, you need to get one. I'm going to put some links for this knife and some other knives in the description section. Click on those links, make yourself an account. It's not so much for watching different types of production knives that get offered here and there. For me, it's things like this that are offered. That's really fascinating because they're not knives that would be out in the market otherwise. 3.67 ounces. Okay, so that's fairly light. And I just breezed right past grams, didn't I? 104. So, yeah. Light. Sharp out of the box. Made by we. Good quality. Easy to handle. Finger flickable, which is great. And, like I was saying, hold on, let me show you a couple of things. Of course, you got the Massdrop, what we're talking about, the Buc. But, yeah, Eric Oakes, the Orca. This I've got on order, this particular actually one. This is blue, but they come in different colors, and you can get it in carbon fiber with a Moku tie clip for an extra 120. But this one's like 169, and then it's like 300 or 299 bucks for the Max Deluxe one. But then, yeah, this is the Dow. This is another Ferrum Forge design, and this is the one I'm going to get, this one with the circuit board kind of pattern. But I mean, these are knives, and this one's still active right now, okay? This one has already dropped and closed, so that's unfortunate for whoever didn't get to take part in that. And so this is worth having a Massdrop account just so you can see Tashi Baruka, the Prism, that was cool. I'm hooked up for this one, the Laconico, knife, which is really cool, and it comes in different colors, and also the holes in the scale if you want that. Things like the Terzuola knife. This little compact, but I mean, this is a cool looking knife. And these are fairly inexpensive knives. The Perpetua, which is perpetually gonna be released and never has been yet. Oh my God. It was supposed to be June 29th. It's right now, it's August 31st. Okay? 2 months ago. I know they had things that happened. So, I mean, it's okay. But this will be really cool, and it's got the axis lock since, of course, Benchmade doesn't have the patent on this anymore. It's expired, so that's really cool. This will be really cool. And then, of course, yeah, the Gavco Thresher. I mean, this one's cool. I mean, it just keeps rocking, right? And then, of course, the Ferrum Forge Falcon thing. And, of course, the ever dangerous Crux. So, I mean, it's worth it just for that, I think, to have a Massdrop account so you can see when they come up. The problem is if you miss it, when they come out, then people have them. And if you want one, you got to buy it on the secondary market. And sometimes they mark the price up. Like this is 114 bucks. They'll probably be 160 bucks, That's the problem. So you want to get in on the ground floor when it's less expensive. Sometimes when they do a run of these various knives on Massdrop, they make extras. And so when they issue them to the people who signed up, they may have some extra. And so you got to watch it very carefully when these come out, when these are issued, that they may have some additional they open up and sell, but you might only get a day or two at best to try and grab one before those are even sold out. So stay aware of that. But it's a cool looking knife, very simple, light, easy to operate. I like this little Buc. the buck stops here. You knew something. I had to say something, right? But the design is great. Look at this. All the way down here, we're using every bit of this handle. I mean, no hot spots, no ragged corners, or the fit and finish is great. I mean, it's WE Knives making it. I mean, it's just really good. I don't know if people are going to have different degrees of detent on their knives. This one is just right. I like it. It's between a 5 and a 5.5, somewhere in there. But I mean, it's smooth, and I haven't taken it apart. I haven't lubed it. I haven't done anything. This is the way it was right out of the box. So, really good knife. Like it a lot. I'll quit talking. Flanagan, we're done playing with this one. But yeah, that's why I like to stay hooked up. It's not so much for, you know, they've got a Benchmade knife or a Spyderco knife or a Cold Steel knife that's a regular production. And they do drops, and sometimes they're really good prices, so I'm not putting that down. It's just that my real focus of being having a Massdrop account is this kind of stuff. You know, right? I mean, that's the kind of thing, the Laconico, the Terzuola, all those people that are doing designs through Massdrop, hey, you want to stay in touch. Gavco, I mean, you know, that's the deal. So that's what I like. That's what I'm here on Massdrop for. And I try and ignore all the other promotional emails they send me. Belts and wallets and spinner things and whatever. But in any case, hey, it's all worth it when you see something come down. That Ferrum Forge Dow, that's going to be really cool. And I'll tell you what, that Oaks knife, the Orca, that'll be cool too. I'm really looking forward to that. That really looks cool. To me, I really like that. I do have a carbon fiber with a Moku tie coming in, but it's not going to be mine, but I will put it on the air before I ship it off to Linus over in Sweden. So I will have the blue one, then I'll have the carbon fiber, but it's going to be like February, right? So we're waiting. In any case, and you're waiting for me to shut up, which I'm going to do right now. Thank you so much for joining me. You know what we do around here. Right, Flanagan? We love them knives. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So stay sharp, my friends.